He was called the Great Communicator for a reason. Whether facing world leaders or cracking jokes at his own expense, Ronald Reagan had a way with words that left people laughing and thinking. In this video, we're counting down some of his sharpest, funniest, and most memorable quotes. From political zingers to timeless one-liners, these are the moments that show why Reagan wasn't just a president. He was a master of wit. Let's dive in. Government is like a baby, an alimentary canal with a big appetite at one end and no sense of responsibility at the other. It's hard, when you're up to your armpits in alligators, to remember you came here to drain the swamp. Before I refuse to take your questions, I have an opening statement. Politics is just like show business. You have a hell of an opening, coast for a while, and then have a hell of a close. A recession is when your neighbor loses his job. A depression is when you lose yours. It has been said that politics is the second oldest profession. I have learned that it bears a striking resemblance to the first. It's true hard work never killed anybody, but I figure why take the chance? I have left orders to be awakened at any time during national emergency, even if I'm in a cabinet meeting. The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." I have a feeling that we are doing better in the war than the people have been told. If you put it on the table as a bargaining chip, it becomes a bargaining chip. All the waste in a year from a nuclear power plant can be stored under a desk. But I also happen to be someone who believes in tithing, the giving of a tenth. I have wondered at times what the 10 Commandments would have looked like if Moses had run them through the US Congress. I am not worried about the deficit. It is big enough to take care of itself. It's silly talking about how many years we will have to spend in the jungles of Vietnam when we could pave the whole country and put parking stripes on it and still be home by Christmas. My fellow Americans, I am pleased to tell you I just signed legislation which outlaws Russia forever. The bombing begins in 5 minutes. Thomas Jefferson once said, "We should never judge a president by his age, only by his works." And ever since he told me that, I've stopped worrying. There are those who say I've stopped working. I never drink coffee at lunch. I find it keeps me awake for the afternoon. Trains are not any more energy efficient than the average automobile, with both getting about 48 passenger miles to the gallon. I know all the bad things that happened in that war. I was in uniform 4 years myself. One picture is worth 1,000 denials. One way to make sure crime doesn't pay would be to let the government run it. Politics is not a bad profession. If you succeed, there are many rewards. If you disgrace yourself, you can always write a book. We could say the government spend like drunken sailors, but that would be unfair to drunken sailors because the sailors are spending their own money. Republicans believe every day is the 4th of July, but the Democrats believe every day is April 15th. We were told 4 years ago that 17 million people went to bed hungry each night. Well, that was probably true. They were all on a diet. It's not that liberals aren't smart. It's just that so much of what they know isn't so. I will not make age an issue of this campaign. I'm not going to exploit for political purposes my opponent's youth and inexperience. A tree's a tree. How many more do you need to look at? I've noticed that everyone who is for abortion has already been born. You can tell a lot about a fellow's character by his way of eating jelly beans. Status quo, you know, is Latin for the mess we're in. I've often said there's nothing better for the inside of a man than the outside of a horse. The nearest thing to eternal life we will ever see on this earth is a government program. Government's view of the economy could be summed up in a few short phrases. If it moves, tax it. If it keeps moving, regulate it. And if it stops moving, subsidize it. If more government is the answer, then it was a really stupid question. That's a wrap. If something made you laugh or think, feel free to drop a comment. I always enjoy reading them. Big thanks to all Zurogato insiders for your support, and if you're up for more, there's another video and playlist waiting on screen. Stay curious, keep smiling, and enjoy life.